Gray stood alone on the frozen mountain watching his pack disappear into the blizzard. His ribs showed through his thick fur. Winter had stolen everything from him. 3 days without food. The other wolves blamed him for the failed hunts. They said he had lost his edge. Maybe they were right. Gray limped down the mountain on frozen paws. His stomach cramped with hunger. He needed to find food or he would die by morning. The valley below was human territory. Wolves never went there. But Gray had no choice. His survival instinct pushed him forward into the unknown. He smelled livestock. The scent made his mouth water. A small ranch sat at the valley entrance. Wooden fences. Easy prey. Too easy. Gray crept closer. His heart pounded. Every step could be his last. Humans were dangerous. But hunger was more dangerous than fear. The fence was old. One jump and he would be inside. The sheep huddled together sleeping. Gray prepared to leap. Then he heard shouting. A man. Gray froze. The voice came from beyond the ridge. Desperate. Calling for help. Something was wrong. Wolves understood desperation. Gray abandoned the livestock. He moved toward the shouting. Why was he doing this? Hunger screamed at him to turn back. Beyond the ridge he found him. A man in his 30s collapsed in the snow. His leg was trapped under a fallen tree. Blood soaked the white ground. The man saw Gray and went silent. His eyes widened with fear. He tried to reach for something in his jacket. His hand shook violently. Gray could smell the blood. Easy kill. Weakened prey. Every instinct said attack. But the man was not running. He could not run. He was dying. The man pulled out a phone. Cracked screen. Dead battery. He let it fall into the snow. His eyes closed. He had given up hope. Gray acted without thinking. He grabbed the tree branch in his jaws. He pulled with all his remaining strength. The wood was impossibly heavy. His weak legs trembled. The tree would not move. Gray dug his claws into frozen earth. Pull. Pull harder. His vision blurred from exhaustion. The tree shifted. Just inches. But enough. The man dragged himself free. His leg was broken but he was alive. Gray collapsed in the snow. The man stared at Gray in disbelief. A wolf had just saved his life. He tore fabric from his shirt. Started wrapping his wounded leg. Gray tried to stand but his body refused. 4 days of starvation. The effort had drained everything. He had nothing left. Darkness crept into his vision. The man crawled to his backpack. 20 feet away. Every movement was agony. But the wolf had saved him. Now he had to return the favor. He returned with food. Dried elk meat from his hunting trip. He placed it before Gray's muzzle. The wolf's nose twitched. His eyes opened slightly. Gray had not eaten in 4 days. He wanted to devour everything. But he moved slowly. Taking small bites. Watching the man. Building trust. The man shared his water. Then more food. They sat in the snow together. 2 predators. 2 survivors. Connected by something neither could explain. Hours passed. The man built a fire. Gray watched the flames dance. He had never been this close to human fire. It was warm. Safe. The man told his story. His name was David. He was a wildlife researcher. He had been tracking wolf packs. Studying their survival patterns. The irony was not lost on him. He had spent 5 years trying to understand wolves. Now one had saved his life. Everything he thought he knew was wrong. As dawn broke, David heard engines. His research team had tracked his emergency beacon. Snowmobiles appeared over the ridge. Rescue had arrived. Gray stood to run. David grabbed his fur gently. Wait. The wolf looked at him. The man nodded. I will make sure you are safe. The rescue team arrived with guns drawn. They saw the blood. The wolf. David shouted. Do not shoot. This wolf saved my life. Lower your weapons. The team leader was skeptical. Wolves do not save people. David showed his injuries. The tree. The timeline. Gray sat calmly watching. Unafraid now. The team leader slowly lowered his rifle. He had heard stories. Old tales. But never believed them. He looked at Gray with new respect. They treated David's leg. Prepared to transport him. Gray stood to leave. David called out. The wolf turned. Their eyes met one final time. Gray disappeared into the forest. Strong now. Fed now. Different now. He had learned something his pack never taught him. Mercy had power too. He traveled for 2 days. The mountain felt different. Or maybe he was different. He found his old pack near the frozen river. The alpha growled. Gray did not back down. He had survived alone. He had faced humans and lived. He had learned new strength. Gray did not challenge for leadership. He had no interest in power. He simply wanted acceptance. He wanted family. He wanted to belong. A young female approached. She sniffed him curiously. He smelled strange. Like smoke and humans. But also of courage. Of survival. Of something new. Slowly the pack accepted him back. Not as an outcast. As something more. The wolf who walked between worlds. The wolf who returned changed. Winter continued. Hunts were still difficult. But Gray hunted differently now. Smarter. More patient. He had learned strategy from his time with David. The pack never went hungry again. Gray taught them his new ways. Wait. Watch. Think. Not just attack. Sometimes the best strength was patience. Spring came. The female who first accepted him became his mate. They built a den together. Life was beginning again. Better than before. One warm day Gray returned to the valley. David was there. Walking with a cane but alive. He saw Gray from across the meadow. They met in the middle of the field. David knelt down. Gray approached slowly. They sat together like they had that frozen night. Brothers in survival. David had quit his old research. Now he protected wolf territories. He told lawmakers the truth. Wolves were not monsters. They were teachers. Survivors. Family. Gray visited 3 more times that year. Each time bringing balance. He was the bridge between 2 worlds. Proof that enemies could become allies. Sometimes the weakest moment creates the strongest change. Sometimes the last hunt becomes the first step. Sometimes saving another saves yourself. This is how legends begin.